What's up, and welcome back to the Section 10 podcast, episode 474, presented by Underdog Fantasy. It is the home of your 28-28 third place Boston Red Sox. My name is Jared Carabas, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Coley Mick, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Tyler Milliken, and he killed his dog Bullet, and you can't teach that. Bada boom, realest guys in the room. Steve, how you doing?
Ooh, what up, Section 10 in the building?
In the motherfucking building. It is Groundhog Day. I feel like every day I just live the same reality. Presented by Blue Moon.
Suck one.
It is I just live the same day over and over and over again. You know what? All right,
Quick.
Fine. I honestly, get me the fuck out of here. I don't even care. I don't even care.
Yeah. Is that for the rest of the show? Listen, I'll put my hand up. Steve offered to suspend me for the entire episode earlier tonight on Twitter. I was jumping. I was like, please, send me. I'll sit there the entire time and not say a word.
Oh, man. This is tough, man. The team's not... I know Jerry was saying... I don't want to steal his fire. I'm not going to say what he's about to say. I'm not going to steal someone's fire. That might be a suspendable offense.
He's suspended. No, he's suspended. He doesn't have fucking saying the matter.
Look
No,
at
I
him, though.
know.
If he doesn't get it out, who knows what's going to happen?
And he's back.
I'm back.
Blow your load.
Yeah, so what I was going to say is I feel like I'm just living the same day over and over and over again. I just did the math on 162 times 3. It's 486. I feel like the Red Sox are in the middle of a 486 game season where it's just the same team trying to get above 500 and just they can't do it. They can't do it. They're floating. They're doggy paddling. They're just like, my head's above water. My head's above water. I'm not drowning. I'm definitely not swimming, but I'm not drowning either. That's what they've been for 3 years. 3 years. They're 28-28.
And it's the same. And it's the same storyline. Like, you're just waiting for, a guy to come back from an injury, whether it's Tristan Casas this year. Cora brought that up himself after the game. Other years, it was Chris Sale. It's just you feel like you're reliving the same story again and again and again.
Nonstop.
Shout out to Cora after the game, just saying we're on to the Tigers. And just straight up saying it's like, quoting Bill, we're on to the Tigers. That's kind of what it feels like after every series. All right, we're just on to whoever's coming up next.
Yeah, it's just, and that's what the bar is. It's kind of sad and depressing. You walk away with one win against the Orioles and you're like, yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Like Lou he texted us before the game and they said the stat 50 times in the broadcast about how the Orioles haven't lost a game to a team in the AL East since last April. It was the Yankees that they're 18-0 and
series,
like
yeah.
series, 18-0 and 6 or whatever the fuck it was. Yeah, I mean that the Orioles are a very good team. It's not like I expected to win the series. It would have been cool. It was nice going into the finale with a chance to do it. But again, we kind of last episode threw it out there. What's the number of runs that the Red Sox could get behind in a game where the game is over? And it was a 1-1 ball game in the second inning. And Gunnar Henderson hit a grand slam. And it's like, all right, game's over. But that happened in the first and the finale, where the Red Sox just got behind by 4 and you're like, all right, well, I guess I can go about my day now. Like, I'm still going to watch the game, but at least I know from a rooting interest perspective, there's no reason to believe that they can come back from that. There's no reason that you can believe that they can win the game. And then they don't. It's not even being negative. I know whenever I'm negative, I get the title of moody. Oh, Jared's moody. No, I'm just smart. I'm just not delusional. The number of Red Sox fans that think that if you're negative, you're just old and whiny and cranky.
Buddy.
It's no, I understand the product that I'm watching right now is it's a 500 baseball team. And
yeah.
I went on with Maz tonight and I said, is this team, because they're going into tonight, they were 2.5 back of a playoff spot, wild card. I was like, is this team capable of having a really hot month where they go I don't know, 21-9 or 19-11 or something like that. I do believe that they are capable of that, and that could be the difference of making the playoffs or not. But for me, and maybe they call me spoiled or whatever, but it's even if they did that and got in with 88 wins or something like that because of one hot month, and that one hot month was July, and they're not playing that hot baseball in October. It's like you don't have any faith that this team is going to do anything. It's very hard to sit there every night and be like, yep, I'm excited to turn on the Red Sox. Like, no, you're kind of just watching for individual stories right now.
Yeah, but that's not... I always differ with you on this approach to it, even though you're not wrong. Like, the people that listen to this show right now in May while the Celtics are on a finals run, the people that consistently
they're not
tune
playing
in,
game one of the finals until fucking Christmas, dude. The
No, I know,
NBA's
I'm
got to
saying-
figure it out.
yeah,
I
it's
texted
gonna
Coley
start in
yesterday.
2
I was
weeks.
like, Coley, what the fuck, dude? Like, figure it out, man.
It's Coley scheduled it, which is ridiculous. So
I
it is
know.
on Coley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't associate that team with this fucking disgrace.
I'm saying when
I don't wanna
people
hear
that
it.
don't tune in until that's over. There is a crowd that exists that does
Sure,
that. but
1,000%.
I'm more. It's we're just along for the ride, right? Like that's consistently going to be the case. So after certain series, I think we have a tendency to consistently be like, oh well, I mean, what's even the best case scenario? I think it's a waste of time, honestly, to go down that path. Because this is the team that we've signed up for our lives to watch and to root for and to do a show for. So it's like there was nothing from this series that I think we were going to take away and be like, oh, well, this changes how we're looking at this club. Like they really, I mean, unless they somehow
battled.
swept the Orioles, that was never going to happen.
if
Then
it
winning
was, like,
1 out of 3, I'm
tight-
like, all right, cool. This is kind of exactly what you could have expected. You, me, and Coley had them getting
for the
swept.
Orioles.
So
But-
it's like, you know.
I think to what you're saying, like things that you could take out of this series, let's just say the same thing happens. They win 1 game, they lose 2 out of 3. It's the fact that the 2 losses, they were over by the 2nd inning. If tonight it was like a 2-2 ball game in the 8th and the Orioles like rallied late and they lose 4-2, like, it's like, all right, cool, you hung with them. But the 2 losses, it was over just like that. Like it was just like, man, I'm not even fucking on the couch yet and this game's over.
Well, that's where the record comes in, right? Against teams that are better than 500. It's like 12-22. And that's why I think you sit here after these series because you just realize how big the gap is. You realize that even if everything was firing right for this Red Sox team right now, you still are not going to be able to match up with what the Orioles are doing because it's arguably the most young, talented team in baseball. Many frame them as a real World Series contender. You're just nowhere near that right now. And I think you could talk about the young core and say, you know, if you squint your eye a little bit and the big 3 come up and you kind of mix, can you have something close to that or something that resembles it? Maybe, but you know you're 2 or 3 years away from that actually happening because you're seeing all these guys, you know, Gunnar last year taking the time to develop. Now he's one of the best players in baseball. It takes time to get to that point. It's just you're years away from that right now, and you know the A's or the O's are going to run this division for the next 5 years.
But the way I look at it is like, obviously, that's the like.
Yeah,
of
it's
course
just a reminder.
the
It's in
Orioles
your
are better
face
than
right
you.
now. It's just in your face, and I think that's where you sit there and you're like, all right, you know, we're about our business. You're going to face the Tigers, a mediocre ass team, and you're going to go head to head with them and compete and probably look pretty decent. It's just another reminder of that purgatory. I think it's a little harder when you have to see it and get your head beat in 2 out of 3 days.
Yeah.
It's the frustrating part is it's unnecessary and it's completely self-inflicted. The talent gap does not need to be that wide.
No,
We
because
have
you
an
can spend.
advantage.
Unlike the O's, you can spend.
I know Steve's rolling his eyes, but you're letting him off the hook when you stop
I'm not.
talking.
No,
about
it's
it.
the we've had this discussion. I know we've had this exact discussion of these are separate. I know you probably don't think they're separate discussions, but it's like to me that's an off-season thing and not an in-season thing. When like because of what you said, that is why the gap is big. But we already know that. Right?
Sure, but
Like I'm
there's
not
no
learning
reason
that
to
in this
stop
series.
talking about it.
I'm not learning that in Baltimore, Jared.
No, Jared.
I think like I agree that it's an off-season discussion, but it's quickly becoming an in-season discussion. And what I had said before we started the show was we're not there yet, but I think we are coming up on just a broader discussion on the shows instead of like, hey, let's break down the games, because eventually we will just get to a point where the games don't matter anymore, which is depressing as fuck. I hate doing it. I do think that they spark interesting conversations that, you know, if you're a Red Sox fan who's still invested in the team, that may be what you're looking for from your listening and viewing content to get from team specific content creators. Maybe you do want the broader discussions instead of like, all right, game one, they fucking lost again. Like I hate doing it just as much as you probably hate hearing it. But, we're not quite there yet. It's not like they're mathematically eliminated or they're so far out of a playoff spot. Like, shit can happen. But yeah, I don't think any of us are feeling super optimistic about the outcome of the 2024 Boston Red Sox. It's just more of the fucking same that we've seen for the last 3 years.
The games can matter. Like, I guess that's where I always land. It's like I never am going to be in a position with a team that's 500 with this playoff format that those games don't matter, because to me they still do, and they always kind of will. If you stay around this territory with the roster, with the situation we've been given, I'm always going to care about the games, and I'm always going to care about breaking them down. I do agree with you, Jerry. I do think for us, for the listeners, for everybody, it might make more sense to transition to that like biggest topic stuff that we talk about, that people want us to talk about, instead of game by game. But yeah, if they stay in this territory, I think the games will have a percentage of matter that's a little lighter than it normally would be when we were growing up. That's a lot lighter, but it still that still exists.
Yeah. And that's been the last couple of years, has it not?
Yeah,
like
right.
You
It's
floated
the same.
around
It's the
500
same.
till you got there. And I think that's part of the reason why we're sitting here, because it's like, damn, we've been talking about bouncing back and forth between 500 every damn year the last 3. But I don't know. I think that's when the trade deadline conversations can start to happen and stuff like that come late June and July. It's usually after that, like the trade deadline is going to come and go. And I think that's when we'll be full go on those like big topics.
I just wanted to update because we're going to keep this record update going of the Red Sox record since they won the World Series. 383 and 380. It's getting close, boys. We are getting close to dipping under.
It's been 500. Like I remember,
it's been a little like they've been a little over consistently for like a handful of
there was a
just
point
these
this
months
year
in
where
the
they
end.
were exactly 500 since 2018. Coley,
Go.
What changed since then?
What?
Dave Dombrowski.
What changed since then?
Dave Dombrowski, Mookie Betts, spending money.
Xander's
That's
gone.
why it's all the same
Honestly,
conversation.
Ron
That's like if it were
Renicky.
year
big
one-
picture,
People
yeah,
aren't
big
talking
picture,
about
of
Ron
course.
Renicky.
But But it's like if it were 2019 and I'm sitting here bitching about what they did in the offseason, yeah, that's fucking stupid. You know what I mean? That would be stupid person behavior. It's anti-Jared behavior. He's got the big brain, big smart guy. At 2024, you know what I mean? Talking about 5 years of 500 ball in Boston, it feels weird to not talk about it, especially coming off of an offseason where they fired Chaim Bloom, and the first thing they did was hold a press conference where they said, we're going to be spending big this offseason.
Big time.
I can't just let them off the hook for that. I can't.
Tyler?
There's a
Tyler.
difference between letting him off the hook and just
Tyler.
consistently bringing
Tyler.
it up. I know.
I think
Tyler.
that's Steve. I kind of follow that a little bit where I agree. Like, you know, you bring Mookie up, it's part of the conversation. They've had
I'm
multiple.
not even talking Mookie. I'm just talking about spending getting players
That's
to help.
correct, too. It's all correct.
They've had
It's not
multiple
wrong.
chances to do it year after year, and I think that's where it is. It's like you've had the opportunities to be better than you are. They don't want to be. They want to develop. This is what they're putting
Right.
forward, and you shouldn't operate that way in a city like Boston where you can do both. There's no excuse.
Right.
The Baltimore
That's always
Orioles
been my point.
can't afford to do both. They have to sit there and have the best fucking farm system in baseball. Now, with their new ownership, maybe they
Right.
will spend. Any
Right.
baseball team could spend if they want to, but the Red Sox, with the money you charge, with the money you make, you've never had an excuse. And there's no other big market team acting like you. It's just you.
I do want to real quick, and I never do this, but I'm going to do this, you little slime ball Catillo. I'm going to give him credit. I thought he had a funny tweet where they had the new Orioles owner, one of them, throwing out hats during this series to fans. And he was like, get ready for Fenway this weekend where John Henry is going to be throwing out fitted hats to the fans. And I just pictured it and I laughed. I actually audibly laughed. Like, that is right. Like, imagine John Henry doing anything for this fan base. And it's just, it makes us, the people that care the most, laugh. So that is a state of, Coley, like, to your point, that is the overarching state of where we're at. And it is depressing. I think for my mental health, I try not to go there because it's just, it just drives you nuts.
But it's like when I'm sitting there to the point of, and I'm going to fucking jump ahead. If I got to get suspended, I got to get suspended.
God, dude.
But we talk about tonight, Jared brought it up already. You're down 4 runs in the second. It's over. Like that.
It's over.
What else am I to think about for the next 7 innings? Like I could think, oh man, Cutter Crawford sure can't throw a fucking strike to save his life. That's fun. Like if we want to break down the actual guys we hope are part of the future, like he fucking has sucked for a month. Like what are we doing?
No, trust me, the most frustrating thing by far, and credit to us because we didn't even look up the stats last show. We just all threw up our 4s of like, when does
Right.
it feel like the game's over? We all said when they're down 4. It's exactly correct. The Red Sox have come back from down 1 7 times, down 2 once, down 3 once, down 4+ runs 0 times. So like it is specifically over if they're down 4 runs. And like you mentioned, Coley, that grand slam happens in the second inning. Jared, you tweeted, but it's like, go do something. Like, please do something else. Go read a book. Go watch a movie. Like, they let you know the game's over when they're down 4.
It would have been very funny.
You
if
tweeted,
Gunnar
I believe
Henderson,
it was you.
Well, if Gunnar Henderson hits that grand slam and then all the Orioles players come out of the dugout and they like
They
dump the
mobbed him.
Gatorade on him, like, yeah, they just walk off the field. Like, it's over, dude. Game's over.
Cutter walks off the mound.
Yeah.
Like he's just like,
Yeah.
Damn it.
The Orioles sideline reporter goes up to Gunnar. Gunnar, take us through that at bat, man. That was huge for you and the Orioles. This was a big series win. You guys almost lost the series to an AL East team for the first time since last April. Take us through that at bat. Talk about how big of a win this was for you guys.
Just throws up the 4. Nothing else. Just 4 on the TV screen.
It's a night game. The sun is still out, and we're doing a walk-off interview.
Yeah.
It's done. It's over.
Yeah, they refund
Steve,
all the
I think it
fans'
was
tickets.
Yeah.
wow, you saw a walk-off win. Why would you want a refund? Steve,
That's true.
I think it was Steve tweeted from the Section 10 account, like, this game sucks, send in some DMs for the show. And the first, I clicked on it, and
saw
it was
too.
one reply, and it was just like, oh, some fucking fan. It's like, that's not what being a fan is. Just being like optimistic for fuck's sake. Like, like, what are we talking about? It's the fucking Orioles. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, just saying this game sucks. Like, what are you, dude? The game sucked. I mean, by then
Objectively sucked.
it was
Objectively
literally
sucked.
4 straight innings of neither team scoring after that grand slam. That game sucks.
You didn't like that?
Like that,
Sucked.
like no one would like that.
Corbin Burns on the mound, dude. Like, what do you want? You're facing one of the best pitchers in baseball. You think this is going to go well for you?
Yeah,
it's-
dude.
Hey, Tyler, the game sucked.
Game sucked.
Fucking blue.
Game sucked.
Yeah, it blew as well. It sucked and blew.
If you're not depressed yet, hang tight because I've got some stats to read off for you. But before we get to those, the MLB season is in full swing, and Underdog Fantasy wants to make it a lot more interesting. Underdog Fantasy is the easiest place to play fantasy sports. Playing their pick'em game is as simple as selecting higher or lower on player stats, strikeouts, total bases, home runs, and so much more. Make entries of all baseball, or you can mix and match across your other favorite sports. You can win up to 100 times your money, and it's a ton of fun. You know how much fun it is? The fact that we had a higher or lower for 0.5 pitches thrown by Paul Skeens today. Jake, did that hit?
Yeah, he threw a pitch that cashed.
Yep, cash it. Make sure you sign up with the promo code Jared, Jared, to get up to $250 in bonus cash and a special pick on Underdog. That is Underdog Fantasy promo code Jared. I mean, I don't know how many times I have to say it. We have the best baseball promos in the game. 0.5 higher or lower pitches thrown for Paul Skeens, who I believe went 6 innings, punched out 9 today. Yeah, that one hit.
He was fine.
Yeah, he was all right.
Imagine if he just like fainted on the mound. It's like, damn it, we didn't hit on that one.
Yeah, shit. Shit. All right, so more depression. So what I said earlier was, do I believe that the Red Sox could have one hot month, and that one hot month is enough to get their win total to a sustainable point where they could sneak in as the 6th seed in the wild card? Yes, but what has to happen, right? We think about the Boston Red Sox. I believe they are, last time I checked, 3rd in Major League Baseball in ERA. The Yankees are 1st now. They just fucking blew past everybody. I think it's the Yankees, Phillies, and then the Red Sox. So we think about the Red Sox this year, and we think about the historic start that their pitching staff has gotten off to. Well, as I wrote in the notebook a few weeks ago about Cutter Crawford regression is going to tear my family apart. Everyone except for Tanner Houck is regressing right now. So this is from T-Dog. You know this individual, Black Irish. He messages us stats like all the time. He's a listener of the podcast and just a stats guru. So he messaged me this after tonight's game. In the Red Sox first 35 games, the pitching staff allowed 91 earned runs in 314 and a third innings for a 2.61 ERA. In their last 21 games, they have allowed 91 runs in 186 innings for a 4.40 ERA. The starters' ERA during this stretch was 5.01. The last 21 games, excluding Tanner Houck starts, overall 160 and a third innings, 86 earned runs. That's a 4.83 ERA. The Red Sox starters, again, excluding Tanner Houck, 85 and a third innings, 57 earned runs. That is a 6.01 ERA. So when we talk about the chance for the Red Sox to surprise people and maybe have a big month and maybe that propels them to a playoff spot, it was because we were thinking, oh, the pitching staff will hold us down. We just got to scrape across some runs here to support these excellent pitching performances. Well, guess what? The pitching performances have not been good for a little bit now. Like, we're talking about a 3-week stretch where the starters outside of Houck have a 6 ERA. So yeah, like, it's just, I would love to be able to sit here and say, when Casas comes back, this will stabilize the lineup and be able to supplement these awesome pitching performances that we are continuously getting. Well, they're not continuously happening anymore. It's Tanner Houck. Cutter has regressed. We can talk about the Bayo start when we get into the notebook for this series. It's really just talking about these pitching performances. Like, there's nothing else besides, I guess we can break down the win a little bit. I don't know how much that matters, but it's talking about these pitching performances. And that, yeah, like, reading those stats, I'm just like, oh, so it really is like first impressions are everything, because in my mind, I'm still like, dude, we're fucking God mode with this pitching staff. Like, no, there's been a lot of regression the last 3 weeks.
There has. There's also been 2 guys who've come off IL stints during that stretch. We started someone named Brad Keller in a real game that counted.
He came out of the bullpen.
That's part of it. Oh, what was it? Sorry.
He sucked either way.
The first inning, the 96 was pumping a little bit.
We are never going to forget that first inning.
That first inning.
Right.
The
We'll
fastball
always
was
have
playing
that.
a little bit. Oh, but you're stretching. You're asking for 4.
He did go for it.
I do think part of the situation with the pitching, right? Like, and you start playing the splits in the numbers game here. Like, at the end of the day, the Red Sox still are near the top and everything. And when you're facing better offenses, just like today with Baltimore or Milwaukee, like, you know, those offenses are going to put numbers up against you because you haven't faced that kind of elite competition regularly. And we're going to see that over the next month plus. But I'm not overly worried about the pitching. It was just like, did you expect historic levels? Did you think they were going to be the #1 team in all of baseball for ERA? It's like, no, Cutter Crawford's not a 2.5 guy. Like, as much as we all like Cutter Crawford, it's like, no, the breakout would be like a 3.5 or a 3.6. Like, that's kind of what we talked about. I think we talked about Brian Bayo was like, all right, yeah, that kind of same area. Can you get the 3.4, 3.5? Now, Tanner Houck, what he's done, that's true ace level stuff. And I think, you know, even there might be some regression coming there, especially with the strikeouts being a little bit on the lower side as we've kind of gone along this season. But I think it's ultimately understanding, like, you know, there was a level to they were pitching that there was no way they were going to keep that going. I think it's water finding its level a little bit, but I also don't think they are as bad as they have been. Like, I think you're going through a little bit of a bump right now, and that's part of 162. You're going to go through some of these stretches.
Definitely.
Like, I don't think Cutter's garbage. I think he's like probably like a 3.7, 3.6, like something in there. And that still would be a really nice step forward for him this year. It's like 3 out of 4 starts haven't been good. 2 of them have really been bad. The other one was 4 runs in 6 innings.
We went from not allowing a home run to now he's allowed 5 in his last 6. So the long ball.
And that's where you kind of look with Cutter. Yeah, and I think that's something you got to keep an eye with Cutter and the sweeper. And, you know, we're going to get into it on his part and what went wrong for him tonight. But I don't know. I'm not at the point where I'm like, oh, no, the pitching's going to suck. I think the pitching is still going to be really good. It's just you can't expect Andrew Bailey to turn water into wine. Not everyone's going to become an ace-level pitcher. I think guys are all going to take a step forward, but not everyone can pitch like an ace like they did for a month.
I feel like a lot of takes
that's not going to happen all year.
A lot of takes are getting walked back in the Red Sox Twitter feeds.
How is that walking back?
No, I didn't say you.
Thought Cutter Crawford was going to be an ace?
I didn't say you. I didn't say you.
No one said you.
Didn't say you.
That's what I'm asking, though.
I didn't say you.
Did people think Cutter Crawford was going to be an ace?
Not an ace, year? But
no one was talking about Cutter. He wasn't talking about Cutter.
No one talks about Crawford. No one talks about you.
I think Bailey deserves the love because you still see it. Whether it's Brendan Bernardino, whoever it may be, it's just, you know, historic levels all year long. Like, that feels like a lot.
They can still have a good team. Like, I know Jerry just ripped off the numbers, but the Sox as a whole can still have a good team ERA as we move along this summer.
Top 10 would be huge.
Could be top 10. I was looking it up last year, Jerry. The teams that finished top 10 in the majors in MLB, 8 of them made the postseason. Those also happen to be the 10 teams that had a sub-4 team ERA for the year. So it's doable.
Steve, what's the A in ERA stand for?
Average.
An average. It's an average.
And this Red Sox are
They are average.
Average.
But, I
Yep.
mean, listen, you have to look at baseball and trends. It's what I always do. It's what drives people nuts, but it's important. I mean, you can be the best pitching staff in fucking baseball, and then you can have a 3-week stretch where you're butt cheeks. So they've been butt cheeks for like 3 weeks now.
Yeah, trending down. Hey, due to trend up. Here we go. Let's go
Also
Sox.
crazy that they're 500. Like, I feel like they were 500 when they were excellent, and they're 500 when they're bad. It's just like, I don't know what to make of this team. I don't know what to
I
make.
actually don't know if anyone's actually tracked the record correctly because they walk into every series at 500, drop 2 out of 3, and they're still 500 at the end. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Someone's
The funny
fudging
thing
the
in the
numbers.
post game.
It's the
Oh, big
Tampa Bay
time.
series. It pulled you back up.
Well, Spear was asking Cora, like, Alex, you guys will go over 500, but then immediately back to 500, and then you'll go below, but then back. And he kept rambling. He's like, what's So what do you think about that? Like what's up with that?
Yeah.
and he didn't really have anything to say. I think that's when he said we're on to the Tigers. But
yeah.
He
There's
just
really
was like, next question.
Yeah,
there's
he's
really
like,
nothing you can add.
he's like, you guys have gotten that you've either fallen to or gotten up to 500 11 or 12
11
times.
times.
Yeah, like what's the deal with that? Like what the fuck? And Cora's just like, just got to keep grinding. Like it is what it
Let's
is.
just keep it.
Just gotta keep
well, especially
grinding.
when you've been asked questions like that for 5 years, specifically now this third straight season. I think that it's like, guys, we all do this. You guys are on the road. I see your faces more than I see my own family. What do you think I'm going to say? We're a 500 team. We're 500 because we're a 500 team. It's not, sometimes you can overachieve, you can underachieve. The Red Sox are very 500.
Super 500. They're like Indy 500 if you think about it.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that just happened, right? Yep.
Don't care.
Yeah.
Yep. No, it doesn't matter. It's completely irrelevant.
Yeah.
Am I the only one who found it, like we talked about tonight's game, not jumping ahead, but also jumping ahead.
Yeah, it's a little
Tonight's game was just like boring and sucked. Like they're not even losing. We can't even go like, oh, if they stop making errors. They're not even doing that anymore.
I
Like
know.
they're a completely
playing well
fine fielding
defensively.
team.
Yeah.
It was more exciting when they were fucking up all the time. Like that was more interesting to watch.
Yeah.
This is way worse.
We
I
had
would
something
argue.
to talk about.
Yeah,
We
their
had something
suck
to
right now
dissect.
isn't fun.
Yeah,
It's not
because
funny suck. It's just like, grand slam, damn it.
when the defense was bad, it was like, all right, if we just make David Hamilton stop playing, then maybe we got a
Breathing,
shot.
yeah.
I don't know. And then
You were pitching like a god. That's why. Like every night you were getting the best pitching in the league. And it's like now that it's come down to this more middle level or this down period, it's like, fuck, you need the other parts of the team to actually do something. When one part of the team doesn't carry you for a month straight, like you fall back to where you are, extremely mediocre across the boards.
I think at its core, and we've kind of alluded to it too, when you root for a team that cannot get comeback wins, it just blows. Like when you know that they're not going to make the comeback when it's not even that big of a deficit. The 2-run and the 3-run deficits were both in that Rays series in the Trop, which that part doesn't even really count. So basically they've only come back from down 1 in like normal MLB parks, that's pathetic. And, when we want to get down on this team, I think that's the main thing is at least give me a reason to commit 2.5 hours every night, knowing that during that time, maybe you could come back. This team just can't, unfortunately.
no. Should we get into the notebook?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Some beers can say that they're brewed for baseball, but only Blue Moon is brewed by baseball. Blue Moon and baseball, they just go together. And no beer goes better than the one that was literally born in a ballpark. Blue Moon was created at Coors Field in Denver, Colorado. It's the natural choice for opening day and all season long. I can't wait to finish this podcast, crack open an ice cold Blue Moon, and just forget that this series ever happened. From its refreshing flavor with Valencia orange peel, for a subtle sweetness and hints of coriander, Blue Moon Belgian-style wheat ale is a one-of-a-kind beer that's made brighter. It's carefully crafted and full-flavored with refreshing notes and a smooth, creamy finish. Blue Moon was brewed by baseball to give you a dose of nostalgia and get you excited for the new season. Why strike out with the same old beer when you can get something that's one-of-a-kind? Its bold flavor, bright explosion of color, and iconic orange slice ritual guarantees a one-of-a-kind beer experience that is perfect for spring weather. Best served with its signature orange garnish to showcase its beautiful hazy color. A beer this good only comes around once in a blue moon, but you can enjoy it all season long. Bring the ballpark to you with Blue Moon Belgian-style wheat ale. It's a one-of-a-kind every time. Get Blue Moon delivered by visiting get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared to see your delivery options. That is Get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared Blue Moon. Made brighter. Celebrate responsibly. Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. This notebook is going to be quick, I feel like.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be quick because this first game, May 27th at the Baltimore Orioles, game 54 of this 2024 Major League Baseball season. First line here says, I really don't have any interest in talking about this game. That's the first line.
All right.
All right, game 2.
Second line here says Cooper Criswell, 4 innings, 76 pitches, 47 strikes, 6 hits, 7 runs, 6 of them earned, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. The ERA is now 3.96. T-Dog, you got anything on Cooper Criswell?
Yeah, so changeup was his primary pitch in this one. First time he's done that since the Twins and Nationals started at the beginning of the month. Otherwise, it's been the sweeper, which has been getting nailed to 300 batting average. But I think if you're looking for what went wrong for him in this start, it's really as simple as a guy who pounds the zone and doesn't miss
everything.
bats.
Looks like everything.
Yeah, it's 18th percentile whiff percentage. You know, he never walks anyone. It's 80th percentile walk percentage. So cool. Pound the zone against the Orioles. Guess what those elite hitters are going to do? They're going to smack around someone who's extremely average. And, you know, when we're talking the Bailey impact, right? It's like Cooper Criswell, yeah, the Rays couldn't get him to be a capable big league starter or even contributor. Well, hey, Cooper Criswell isn't going to be Mr. 280 he was for, you know, a 6-week span or whatever it was. But, you know, he can be fine like a 5th starter. That's like, those are the levels to it. You can't turn Cooper Criswell into an ace, but you can turn him into a serviceable player. Like, that's the impact Bailey's going to have. But elite offenses, they're built to cash in on a guy like that.
Yeah. Brad Keller, who Tyler interrupted the Stop and Chop look ahead for this announcement. 4 innings, 58 pitches, 40 strikes, 7 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. The ERA is 5.66. We don't need any pitch data there. Orioles 11, Red Sox 3. That dropped the Red Sox down to 27 and 27, 500. Wow. We move. What? Yes, Tyler.
I had a couple things.
Okay. Yeah.
On this game that kind of set me off. Steve, I'm sorry. I know I saw that flinch, the pain.
Well, is it Keller? Is that who you're?
Oh, no. Which,
okay.
You know, 9 pitches, 6 strikes. It was a pretty efficient first inning.
Wow.
Moving forward. It's not about Brad Keller here.
Again, that is one of the most iconic first inning performances we're
I can't
ever
remember
see.
a better one. I can't.
I just
Pedro
saw
in the
the fastball
99
play a
All-Star
little
game
bit.
and Brad Keller in Baltimore.
Let him cook for one
It's going to
inning.
be like 20 years from now. I'm like, remember May 27, 2024? Big
Yeah.
Keller came
Oh,
in.
the Keller
it
game?
wasn't really the outing. It was that first inning, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. It was
God.
the 5th.
I think it was 6 out of 9 strikes, right, Jared? I think it was something like that.
The 5th inning. It was his first inning, but it was the 5th inning of the game. But
Yeah.
9 pitches, 6 strikes. Yep.
Oh,
66% strike percentage. Was fucking
the Keller
nuts.
game. I think it was on Memorial Day. What a day,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Oof.
I stood up and saluted
but
him,
yeah.
Keller.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
What a guy. No, the two things I thought
There
here,
were
I thought-
military members that were
Yes.
saluting him in
Yep.
Baltimore, actually.
They did hats
Which
off
was
to
like,
Keller.
wow, that,
And yeah.
Yep.
They were taking their Purple Hearts off their sleeve and saying, "You deserve
They
this."
were
so
throwing
much
him
more
on the
than-"
field like he just scored a hat trick or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyler,
Tyler, go ahead.
I thought it was Vaughn Grissom's worst defensive game so far at second base for the Red Sox.
Mhm.
You go back to the second inning, the Colton Cowser fielder's choice. That should have been a double play. Maybe you stop, yourself from going down 1-0 there. You look in the 4th inning as well. Who was it? It was Colton Cowser again, who got the ball that just went right through his glove and kind of played into that huge rally.
Yeah.
And I also thought Ceddanne Rafaela, despite making a really nice catch, had a couple moments in center field where Merlone called it out on the broadcast. He was kind of sleeping out there.
You
The
probably
throw
won't trade
home
him?
on the
Can't trade
sac
him?
fly. No.
He sucks. He sucks.
But also he let, guys at first and second let both runners tag up on a ball to center field. Got to go to second on that. That's some of the stuff we bitched
He
about.
does randomly
fundamental-wise.
get chill, right? He randomly gets chill.
That's it. He's too cool for school.
He's so like die hard and goes all out, and then some plays he's just chilling. I don't. It is interesting. It's something
Young
to
guy.
note. He's also a rookie. Yeah.
That's it. I'm
is a
not
rookie.
beating him up on it. I'm not a
It's also
Ceddanne
Von Grissom's
Rafaela
first
hater.
season. Full season.
Yeah, a couple rookies here.
Yeah, a couple rooks.
Well, he's not a rookie. Yeah, whatever. Anyway.
Yeah.
Coley.
Yeah. Rafael probably looks better in center if he didn't spend the last month and a half playing shortstop.
Oh, I don't. This seems more like a focus issue than an ability issue.
Right. I'm saying I think he would have ironed these things out.
Higher chance, higher
Yeah.
probability.
He was known for them in the minors too, so I think it's kind of just the cloth, unfortunately.
But he didn't
kinda
play a ton.
sucks.
Like he's new to the outfield, regardless. No,
No, he was playing once a day in the infield in the
Once a
last couple
day.
years in the minor leagues,
Once
or once a week. Excuse me, once a week.
He's only playing once a day, dude. How are you supposed to get better at it?
yeah, I'll get
This
off
guy's
his back.
Yeah, come on, you're not doing
He's
2
just
days.
playing
This
a
guy
lot.
doesn't care.
Playing a lot
He's
of
just
ball.
playing once a day.
He's only playing once a day.
How much do you want it, dude? Once a day?
Yeah.
Really?
Come on, step up. Middle
Less.
game here.
Like
Go ahead, Coley.
I was gonna say it because of the once a day thing. Like I tweeted out the Josh Gibson home run total.
Mm-hmm.
Just a quick 962 because he was playing like legitimately 4 times a day.
That did numbers, right? That was in like the 15K range, McMahon.
It's the first tweet I've seen get community noted, and then the community notes get taken away because I provided all the context in the tweet. People
Yeah,
were like, "This is a
sorry
bad
for the
community
facts.
note."
They
Yeah.
removed it?
Yeah, they removed it.
I've never even
Oh,
seen that
wow.
before. That's
Wait,
incredible.
they
I've never
removed-
seen that in my life.
They removed your tweet?
They removed the community note.
Oh.
Like a bunch of smart Alex were like, "This is wrong," and then smarter Jared Carabases of the world were
Yeah.
like, "No, it's literally all the context is provided."
McMahon 1-0 against community notes. That's
Wow.
pretty big.
We have a new home
Holy
run
only
king,
one.
962 home runs. People are saying this doesn't count because they don't know the real total. Buddy, we don't know Ruth's real total. If you hit a walk-off back then and there were runners on, they would only give you a home run if that run decided the game. It's all fake. Gibson is king. Also, I believe there was a point where like Babe Ruth was playing where ground rule doubles were home runs
Correct.
and walks were counted as hits. I don't know. Baseball's stupid, man. I don't give a fuck.
Bring us back.
Make
Well, it's like people
make
are like,
Pedro
"Well, those
Soriaco the
games
home run
didn't
king. I don't
count." They're like, "Those games didn't count." It's like, listen, pal, they didn't count the games that were counting now until today. What do you mean those other games didn't count?
Yeah.
None of these
Yeah.
games count.
It's fair.
And we're also all going to be dead eventually. So
Yeah.
it's, you know,
Who
when you
cares?
get
Big
caught up
time.
in this, it's like, doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's all pointless.
Yep.
Yeah, I wonder like someday when I die, like what dumpster is this notebook gonna end up? Like what happens to this notebook 100 years from now? Like this will probably just be incinerated.
Section 10 Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
By then we'll have
Oh.
a Section 10 Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to pass it on, Jared, to
To
like
who?
another child.
To
I don't
Jerry
know.
Jr.
Jerry Jr. Okay. I'm sure, yeah, he'll thumb through this and be like, oh, I wonder what my dad had to say about the 2024 Boston Red Sox. I want to relive that season.
Tyler Jr. will take it.
Okay.
TJ for short.
By the way, a lot of support from Martha after that clip went out.
Ton of support.
People
I've never felt so
hated-
hated.
After
hated
Martha.
your tone. Yeah. Lot of Team Martha, hashtag Team Martha going around after last week. The little-
Listen,
little
I don't
charade
know
that
how
you
much
pulled.
people really want to support Martha right now. Not to tear her down by any means.
You're about to
Not to
slander
tear her down by
Steve.
any
Dude,
Wait,
wait,
is
wait,
that
wait,
the
wait,
thing?
hold-
Wait, give
hold
him a
on.
chance.
You going to let me cook?
I don't know that I want you to cook, but proceed with
It's
caution.
really hard to cook with the gun to your head.
Yeah.
I released some nips. Oh wait, now I'm jumping ahead. This is going very poorly.
Yeah,
All right,
you can
suspend
say
me.
you can say not to jump ahead and then say it.
Yeah, not to leap ahead.
Mm.
No, I
Um,
said jump ahead.
sorry. Excuse me.
You
Synonym.
can't even get the phrase right.
I'm very
My
nervous
finger
right
is
now.
2 inches away from the button.
I could feel it. When I took the pictures of my nipples
Yeah.
yesterday
Uh-huh.
and posted them online,
Yep.
she was a little upset that I didn't tell her where I was going to do it. So I just walked into her bathroom. I actually excused myself from the dinner table where we were watching the game.
Was
and
her
I went
family
and-
there?
Some members. So when I sat back down at the table, unfortunately, they were like, oh, we're just sitting and talking. And Martha went to her phone and just a picture of my tits on the timeline. It was a little uncomfortable to explain to them.
Imagine the disappointment you must feel if like your daughter's boyfriend is Tyler Milliken being like, I need to excuse myself from the table to go take a picture of my nipples in your bathroom if you don't mind. And then just comes back and sits down at the table like nothing happened. I mean, I
respect it even more that he
do
did
too.
that. Yeah.
I do too. My finger's off the suspension button, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah. Cleared his name.
Yeah, you cleared yourself because people were begging for fresh nips and we got them. And you can't
Actually, hold on.
Coley,
Whoa.
Hold on.
Coley,
That story was supposed to like tear Martha down in the eyes.
Yeah,
Section 10. it
that's
did not-
true. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? You
She just
kinda-
wasn't very accepting. She just wasn't very accepting that I left for that reason.
What
She
did
wants
she
you to do it
say?
at the
What did
table.
she say?
it was along the lines of, oh, that's what you went and did. And it wasn't more of like, oh, like you look so great, babe. Like, let me like this and retweet it and maybe quote
She
tweet
didn't
it.
suck you off at the dinner table.
Yeah, I just want the tip. Just a little on the tip. That's all. I got nothing.
The tone is still close.
I
Yeah.
don't care for the tone.
Yeah, I don't love the tone, but at least it's not angry like the last time. Like last time,
Yeah.
he felt scary.
Love you,
Yeah.
babe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like his 9th grade math teacher. He's just gonna beat the shit out of me.
It's my fucking art teacher. Fuck you, Mr. Cunningham.
I hope he reaches out. I would love to get
Yeah.
Mr. Cunningham on the podcast. Just one
Jake,
day,
let's
just
book
have
him.
him drop it.
He's getting the hands again, bro.
Jake, book Mr. Cunningham. I want his side of the events.
I'm
He's
sure
a
you can
fucking
find his
liar.
contact info.
Yeah, find Mr. Cunningham. I want his side of the story. He probably has pictures of just like welts on his back. It's like,
But it's a
Bullet
restraining order.
yeah. Be like, please don't
100%.
contact me about that guy again. I don't even want to say his name.
Don't fuck with the boy.
First line from the middle game here says, as previously stated, Willie Abreu is my favorite player. Hit a home run in the first inning. It was 1-0. Devers loves hitting in Baltimore. RBI single, 2-0 Sox in the first. This seems sarcastic. Nice shutdown inning by Bayo. Just kidding. The Orioles scored 3 runs, 3-2 Orioles in the first. Sedon/Duran back-to-back is dangerous when they're hot. I like that.
Yeah,
Speed on the base pass. I mean, like, Sedon has to be hot with the bat, which I don't think we've kind of only seen that for like maybe one series. But when he's swinging it and Duran's swinging it, that is dangerous. RBI double for Duran.
Sedon's hot with the bat, like one at bat a game. Like there's
Yeah,
one
I
where
agree. That's a good take.
He gets hot for one at bat, but it's
Yeah.
always worth it.
it is, and then that's a great at bat because then it's like down the line, he's diving into second, and then he scores, and he's
Yeah.
like that one at bat. He gets like a game's worth of at bats into
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah. And it's always it's always in like a big spot. And
Mm.
yeah, against like a closer that blows 101. Yeah. Next line here says Raffy with a dinky bloop for the lead. RBI single makes it 4-3 in the second. This is kind of when we thought that it was going to be a slugfest. Didn't end up really being that way. Next line here says Ceddanne Rafael's defense is special, and it starred. That catch. What was the catch probability, T-Dog, in the fourth?
15%.
15% catch probability. And he goes and runs it down, almost knocks his own damn teeth out. I was actually thinking that when he was on first base and he was like taking his lead and leaning forward, and he has this chain with a huge diamond star pennant on it. And my first thought was, you slide into first base, like that's going to come out and knock one of your teeth out. Lo and behold, 2 innings later, he makes a catch in center field, and I think he like cut his chin or something. Like he immediately went in the dugout and took his chains off. There seems like a lot.
This old guy take here, and I hate even saying
here we
it,
go,
but
here we
there
go.
is a certain. No, I just gotta say. Can I just say this?
You can
I just say
I
this?
don't know that I'm going to agree, but
This
go
is
ahead.
tough. If you're gonna crap on the chains where you're Verdugo stance, this is gonna be a bad look.
Yeah, you
No,
thought Verdugo was going to get a
Verdugo was the
statue
first
at
guy that made me
Fenway.
think about this, where I was wondering, I like a chain, but when you're doing chains, something like that can happen. When you're getting whacked in the chin.
Very Yankee of you. I mean, the Yankees made a rule this year where you can only wear one chain.
Oh, I
and
actually
that's
forgot.
kinda-
They did do that.
Yeah,
didn't
that's
they?
kind of what you're
Yeah.
saying right now, and I just don't know if you want to walk it back, maybe.
No, not
Okay.
necessarily.
Mhm. All right.
No. All I'm saying
Yeah.
is that there has to be a certain amount of chains where it's like that's probably a lot of chains.
That's a lot of
effectively-
chains.
That's going to impact your play at some point. The amount of chains is going to impact you at some point.
Yeah, I mean, it could
I
slow
think
you down.
Rafaela found out it was like 4 chains. That might be too much.
Do they still do the show Sports Science?
Thought you were going to
No.
say Sports Center for a second.
Do
and
they
I was
still do
like,
Sports
buddy,
Center?
is they still showing that? No, they don't. But that was one of my favorite parts.
It's a good
of it.
show. But if they
Yeah.
did Sports Center, I would love to see some sort of scientific experiment of how much speed do you actually lose if you're wearing like 4 chains? Because they're heavy. Chains are heavy, man.
It was John Brankus, right? He was the sports
Yeah.
science guy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That
I
is
think
bad.
so.
It was
Basically, everything
1,000%.
he used to say had to go back to a rhino. That's the same amount of weight as a rhino, like
Yeah.
all the time. But yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm not trying. I prefaced it with this is an old guy take. It's a stupid take, but it got me thinking, what's the amount of chains that's probably too many and is going to impact your play? That's all I'm saying.
I think one chain, if you have a giant diamond star on it that hangs directly in the center of your chest, and then if you dive for anything, you just do the physics. Oh, if it's here and it swings up its full length, oh, it's going to hit me in the fucking nose.
The medallion appears to be the larger issue.
Thank you, Coley.
There you go.
You could use it for offense.
Coley's
too.
smart. He interpreted my smart speech. I didn't even have to say anything. You just knew it.
Couple smart guys here.
Fuck,
Like
man.
Bonds used to play. It was a much thinner chain back then, but he had 2 like full crucifixes hanging from his ears, like not even just earrings. You know what I mean? So it can obviously be done. When Soler and Baez first came up for the Cubs, they were playing with like 23 chains combined per game.
Dude, Poppy used to play with like a motorcycle bike chain around his neck.
Yeah.
It was like 8 inches across. I don't know how far it came down to like the top of his chest, but the thickness of it was like an 8-inch chain.
Yeah.
That's why, like, when the late 90s, probably early 2000s home run derbies, when they would have the guys mic'd up, I would always be like, Dad, why do they have fucking like change in their back pockets? Because every time they would swing, be like, yeah, and I'm like, what? Like, did they get like did they like buy something before they get? Like, why would they have coins in their back pocket? But it's their fucking chains rattling around. Like, I just never put it together. It just sounded like they had change in their back pocket. But
Jeff Bagwell hitting up the Fruitopia machine before he slugged some dingers.
Yeah. Yeah, Sammy Sosa got a fun dip before the game. They broke him off 75 cents after. He went to the snack truck.
He's just carrying his change during the home run derby. Like,
Yeah.
No one else can hold that. He's got to keep it in his back pocket.
Go
during
back
the
and
derby.
listen to that. Like, you can hear like the grip of the batting gloves against the knob of the bat. You can hear the grunting, and you can hear the change in the back pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, Alex Verdugo just hit a home run just now. You pumped about that, Steve?
I'm a Doogie guy.
And when
Will
you
Year's better.
doing it for the
Will
Yankees.
Year's better.
when the Yankees come back to Fenway, are you giving him a standing ovation that he rightfully
Oh,
deserves?
of course.
You giving
Yeah.
that
I mean, the
standing
whole
ovation?
park's going to go nuts. Like, everyone loves Doogie. They're going to give him the biggest
Doogie.
ovation you've ever seen.
You know what I just realized? Now that Alex Verdugo shaved his face, you kind of look alike.
I know. We both very much don't have beards. Like, we are non-beard guys.
Yeah, there's a couple of fat face fucking white guys. Just a
I
couple.
mean, I'm trying to trim the face a little bit. It's not as fat as it used to be. But
Did
yeah, I
you-
think I'm the only
you-
non-beard guy on the show.
Tyler.
I will say, I was reading
Tyler?
the comment sections. Hello, do you hear me? I'm speaking. Hello?
Yeah, I hear you.
Why are you
Yeah.
delayed? I was going to
You're
say, to
delayed.
make
that was
Steve feel
you.
better.
That was for sure you.
Me?
Oh, Tyler's going to say something. Tyler?
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Can we
Thank
get
you.
to Tyler?
Thank
Tyler.
you. I'm here.
So,
Right up
you
here.
know what? You know what?
No.
What?
Oh,
All
wait.
right.
I got you, Tyler. Go ahead,
Yo.
Tyler.
Thank you, Steve. I
Yo,
was
wait.
watching.
What?
Steve, you don't just get him like that. What are you talking about? All right. Tyler, go ahead.
I was watching the Nick York interview, which you can check out on our YouTube channel right now to see the
Yep.
great interview you guys did.
Yeah, it
and
was
someone
awesome.
actually said Steve was looking slim.
Yeah.
And I
you
saw it
both
had some
are.
likes.
You
I was
both
feeling
I'm
are.
good.
hearing that.
I was happy
I
for
love that.
Steve.
Well,
Thanks, bro.
here's the thing. Steve's never been fat. Steve's never been fat. Like, he hasn't even really been husky. He just kind of got like fat faced in 2022.
He's got a big head. He's a big head.
He's
I
got
have
a
a big. I've always had a big head.
So, like,
and
you
if
know
I'm
how-
eating more, it gets bigger.
Yeah,
That's
you know
how
how
it
like
works.
sometimes like people eat and it's like, oh, straight to my ass. Like for Steve, it would go to his face, but he,
It's me.
but he, he's trimmed down in the face, but he's never been fat or even like thick.
Not once.
No, he just no.
If anything, when you see my full like figure, it helps my face because it's not fat. So then
Yeah.
it's like, oh, he's just got a big head.
Yeah, your fucking cheeks just cultivate mass sometimes.
Yeah.
But
Dude, to your point with Doogie, they did a post on the Yankees IG where he was like hanging out with kids. They were actually doing a whole, chain thing.
yeah,
He's got a fat face, man. He's got a fat face. Like he's got the
Yeah.
double chin going, and I was like,
Ooh.
damn it, does my face kind of look like Doogie a little bit? It kind of
Yeah.
does a little bit.
a little bit. I'll never
Huge
shave my
ovation
face, I
coming
don't
up.
think. Yeah,
June 14th at Fenway
yeah.
Park.
You gonna be there? Coley?
Yeah, even though it's
Coley?
finals. Coley.
The return package for Alex Verdugo tonight, T-Doc. Dick Fitz and Worcester just shoving.
Mm-hmm.
7 perfect innings down there on 82 pitches. 7 strikeouts, and the fastball velocity started to tick up like 94, 96.
Talk about a fat face. Dickie Fitz.
Dick Fitz,
still throwing 96 in the 7th, too.
And missing bats, which he needs to work on.
How many strikeouts?
7.
7 strikeouts. Okay. Next line here says, Bayo's settling in. And then he got pulled after that. 5 innings, 90 pitches, 59 strikes, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. The ERA is 4.18. What do you got on Bayo? What did he have? Like 5 consecutive strikeouts or something like that?
Yeah, between the second and third, it was 5 in a row. Something I didn't see anyone else talk about, which kind of caught me off guard. If you look at Bayo's changeup, it was almost 2 full miles per hour harder for this entire start. I think that's a pretty significant change. I had it at 1.8 on Baseball Savant. It was 2.1 the night before, but I don't know if this is a Garrett Whitlock situation like we saw a year ago, where the velocity band just slightly changed for him. It was 6 days between starts, and none of his other pitches were up dramatically one way or the other. So I don't know if this was Bayo's way of like, hey, clearly the changeup, which he didn't have in his last start, Core kind of mentioned it after the game. This is how we're getting back to it, throwing a little harder. Well, it worked after the first inning. I think even in the first inning, he was getting ahead of guys. He just wasn't finishing anything. But to see him generating whiffs like that, that's what you need out of Brian Bayo. Was 10 on the changeup alone, 15 for the whole start.
One of the hardest things is seeing a lot of these starters ERAs in April versus May. The April-May thing is just tough. Bayo's 2.91 in April, 5.66 in May. So credit to him, though. That looked like it was going to get ugly. By the second inning, I'm like, all right, let's see, man. If this gets to 6-7 earned, like, what the hell? He clamped down.
To the point about what are we watching game to game, what are we trying to take from stuff, I would have liked to have seen them try and push Bayo in the 6th when he got traffic on. I don't give a fuck about the result of that game. I understand I'm not punting the season or anything like that. He's responded pretty well in big moments throughout his career. He hasn't been given a lot of them. He's responded pretty well. He was on the dugout for all the shit. Some people like to talk about his body language. When Bernardino came in and just fucking laced everyone up and got out of that inning immediately.
Jumping ahead a little
He was
bit.
the most excited guy in the building. Huh?
He said he kissed him. Oh, yeah.
It is, but we're just talking about Bayo because I believe you just read his final line.
I did.
Yeah, that is true. I don't know how far he jumped ahead there.
I mean, he talked about Bernardino.
Beginning, he got pulled. We're talking about, yeah. But I'm talking about Bayo in context of Bernardino.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff I look for. Yeah, what I like six innings and 3 runs is a little more palpable than 5. I think we'd be a lot more excited about his start if he had gotten through that inning.
Excited.
Cora said he nearly got scratched. That he was
sick.
Feeling under the weather.
Yeah. What do you think?
Also
do you have the flu?
Under the weather.
Well,
what do you guys think of?
I'm just saying. Well, I mean,
shitting water.
I don't want him to lose 14 pounds. Is what I'm saying.
Right. He pooped out 14 pounds before the start.
That would hurt.
Tyler?
It can feel good sometimes. Yeah, for Bayo, what I was going to kind of sit there and question, he said like when he came out in the second inning, it got him going a little bit. And he was kind of riled up from that point. And he feels like coming into starts, he's been a little bit more calm. He doesn't have that same kind of like, he was attacking guys. And you saw the energy even on the mound in that second inning. I don't know how they can get him in that mindset in the first, but that seems to be the consistent problem. And I think that was a big problem with the day games we've heard before. I don't know. It just seems like Bayo has a hard time in that first inning. It's something to watch moving forward because he's even telling you like that mentality where he's kind of calm in the first inning. It doesn't lead to him pitching his best. He's at his best when he's going after guys. And you saw, talking shit towards the ump, getting mad for not getting a pitch called. Like that's the Bayo I want to see more of. I just don't know how he taps into it a little bit earlier.
We've talked about the concern about bringing up these young guys into a non-winning culture. That feels like I said, the Astros and Yankees starts of last year where he went up to Chris Sale and was like, we're winning these fucking games. Those are the only big games he's ever participated in for this team. I'm not saying it's not a non-concern, write it off and forget about it. Of course not. It's something to keep in mind, but you have to start thinking about that shit when you're putting it all on these young guys who aren't. They're going to have Devers, and that's it. Just guys who've tasted winning before.
I don't think they're going to be tasting winning this year, to be honest. Just doesn't feel like it.
I think that makes it worse.
Yeah. Next line here says, bases loaded, nobody out for Bernardino. This inning will determine my mood for the next 24 hours at least. Next line here says, would you look at the size of the hog on Bernardino? Strikeout swinging, the 1-2 put out, and he struck out Gunner swinging with a star next to it. That inning, and he had some Tanner Houck to him. He gets out of that bases loaded, nobody out situation, and he did it all himself. Strike out, I'll field this ground ball and get the out at home, and then I'm strike out the fucking future MVP of this league, and I'm just gonna walk off the mound like I didn't. Whatever. Who gives a shit? I loved it.
Insert any other pitcher in that situation. The yell probability is like 98%. The fact that he didn't do anything is. I was stunned. And it is a little psychotic. And he is a pretty tame guy, but it's even more baller to not do anything. When it's so expected.
He
expects he expects to do it. Yeah,
he expects it.
Dude, after the game, he's like, do you know what real pressure is? Real pressure is getting evicted from your house when you have a 1-year-old son and you're trying to figure things out with your girlfriend. Like that's what he's like. That? Yes, he had a whole quote about it. I don't know if it was from spring training or not.
Real pressure's having a gun to your forehead and not knowing. I was like, whoa, this is the end of your life.
God damn.
He was dead in the camera. He said, what would you do if your son was at home crying all alone
I saw the story
because he's hungry.
But he's like, that's when I feel pressure. It's like, holy fuck, man. Like, you are a maniac.
And the only way to feed him is to sleep with a man for just a little bit of money. His daddy's gone. Fucking gone.
He does the whole song. The reporters are like, how long is this? He's like, all right, verse 2, here we go.
Yeah.
Like, jeez.
Yeah, let me at least get to the chorus.
God.
Yeah. Well, that's why he might be my favorite pitcher on the team.
You want a crazy stat on Bernardino?
I do.
4th highest WAR on the Red Sox right now. In terms of baseball reference. That's ridiculous for a middle reliever who didn't make the team.
Says more about the rest of the team, I will add, but
I would say
still
sadly,
pretty baller.
I feel like we put quite a few people ahead of him.
Do we ever get like an actual explanation as to why he didn't start the season on the team?
They wanted to piss him off. They're
like,
Sox are smart.
Yeah, they want to piss him off, fire him up, and then set him free. What are his numbers? The updated numbers, Tyler? I know you tweeted them.
Yeah, 0.78 ERA, 270 FIP in 23 innings, 20 appearances, 122 batting average against, and 96 percentile hard hit rate. And if you look at his cutter,
what's the
which
K9?
has been the pitch, it's only 9, just regular 9.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah, but I think the big thing for Bernardino this year, and this goes back to Bailey, he has a cutter. They didn't trust him against righties last year. Now they're giving him a little bit longer of a leash. It's a 143 batting average against on the pitch.
It's giving up 1 earned run a month. Crazy.
Next line here says Raffy nips for trips, 4-hit game. That was in the 8th.
To left.
Yep.
Hustle.
I know.
First triple since May 18th, 2022.
Wow.
Wong Insurance RBI knock makes it 5-3 in the 8th. Ref Snyder 2-run bomb to ice it 8-3 in the 9th. Red Sox win 8-3, 28-27. If you can imagine, not a lot of notes from tonight's game. I already told Jake what the first line is. Series finale, which was tonight. Game 56 of the season. First line here says, Grand Slam Gunnar Henderson. That'll do it. 5-1 O's in the second. The second line is Cutter's pitching line. 6 innings, 96 pitches, 63 strikes, 4 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Gave up the grand slam. The ERA is now 3.29. What do we got on Cutter, T-Dog?
Yeah, I think the main thing for Cutter in the start, we saw more sweeper than we did the last time. It's just everything was up. Everything. You go back to that second inning, Santander, even the Mullins and Mateo flyouts before Arias had the RBI single, everything was up across the boards. And for him at the end of the day, if you're throwing that sweeper right up there to Gunnar Henderson, good fucking luck to you. He just can't keep the ball down, and that's why 5 out of 6 starts we're talking now, right? Where he's given up a homer, lower it. You got to keep it lower. He hasn't been able to do that.
Orioles 6, Red Sox 1, 28-28, and that's it. That's all I got on that game.
Man, Gunner's a cool kid. He's 22.
22.
He's on pace for 54 homers. A-Rod's the only shortstop to ever have a 50-plus homer season.
So
It's
you
crazy.
know what this makes me think of?
What?
Well, the Red Sox are going to have a young shortstop, Marcel Meyer, right? Who's
Mhm.
going to be, hopefully a big part of the score for the next 7 or 8 years soon.
Yeah.
Hit his 6th homer. What was it today
Mhm.
of the season so far? You start to look around at some of the other shortstops and who he's going to get compared to, right? Gunner, I love Marcelo. Do I think he could be Gunnar Henderson? I don't. I think Gunnar is going to be, a top 3 or 5 player for the next 15 years. Bobby Witt Jr., I'd also put in a different tier. Anthony Volpe, that might be closer to what Marcelo Meyer is, but just looking at what some of those comps will be, you got Bo Bichette with the Blue Jays, who knows how much longer he'll be there. It's going to be a fun conversation to see where he slots in amongst these guys as, people debate whether he ever lives up to the hype or not.
Yeah, I don't know how much I can speculate on what Marcelo Meyer will be today.
It's fair. This is
I'm
what I
rooting
do to
for him.
cope.
I'm rooting for him. I think that in the conversations that we had with those guys, they're aware that Red Sox fans look at them as like, please save us. I think that they're very much aware,
They
despite
embrace it.
Yeah, they don't seem too worried about it, which I like.
No. Which I think is cool. And again, Tyler mentioned it. The Nick York interview is on our YouTube page. We're also, Jake, is it on the podcast feed too?
Yeah, it's a bonus episode on the feed.
Oh, no. Wait, is that? Who is that? Is that
smoke
me?
detector.
Is it me?
Who is that?
Not me.
Who was that?
I think that was me. I
Your
don't know.
fire alarm's going off?
I guess.
Hold on, I think
it's
my house
off
is
now.
burning down.
I don't know what the fuck that was about.
Fumes just start coming in all right, Jared's dead. I don't know what to do now.
Oh, I mean, it stopped.
All right, you're good.
You should always check. I almost lost my life in a house fire.
That is true. Should I check?
Nah, it stopped. You're good.
How much do you value life?
I value my house.
If
a
it
lot.
starts getting toasty, you might want to check. Yep.
It was pretty hot when we were live streaming.
I'm going to check. I'll be right back.
All right.
You guys want to hear about how I almost died in a fire?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm also going to check because we don't know that.
Oh,
that's where it
God.
came
All
from.
right. Now we're all concerned. Am I now a bad guy for not caring to check about my family?
It was definitely Jared, right?
I thought. But Coley left. That's very telling. Jake.
Well, I mean,
Jake's muted.
Jake unmuted and it came. That's where I thought it
I
came
know.
from.
I thought
but
Jake was the
doesn't
top
seem all that
suspect
worried.
here.
Nah, yeah, it wasn't me.
I'm now concerned how long he's been gone.
It's the last we ever see of him.
Just comes back with these awful burn marks.
This is going to be evidence. The police are going to be watching this.
Lock
We're
me up.
doing bits. They're like this.
Yeah, they could have set it up. They're too chill about this. That's got to be one of the toughest ways to go. Fire. That is
There's worse.
a slow burn, literally.
Tsunami?
Tsunami's tough.
Coley, don't you agree that is the worst way? Imagine getting hit by a fucking tsunami, dude.
I just like the elevation from like house fire to the entire ocean kills you and everyone you know.
I was in middle school when the Japan tsunami happened, and I had nightmares for weeks after that. It tormented me. Rest in peace.
Yeah,
Do we have
right.
confirmation that happened in your home?
Yes.
The tsunami or the fire?
Okay. Everyone's
No,
all
we
right.
would know if the tsunami happened in your
Yeah,
home.
that was my house. I don't know. Nothing's on fire as far as I know.
That's big.
It's huge. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you. What were we
You need
talking
a
about?
dog.
I do need a dog.
Socks?
You asked Jake a question. and
Oh
then
yeah, is
Jake set off
the
alarm in your house.
Nick York interview?
It's on the
is-
feed. Yep.
It's on the feed. Okay, so check that
On
out.
the feed.
Yep.
I think I was about to make a point about talking to the guys in the Sea Dogs.
The young guys?
I can't remember.
We were
now,
talking
so my house is on
shortstops,
fire.
Marcel Meyer.
Yeah, who's coming up next? York is this week. Who's next week? You made the order, remember?
Yeah,
It's
but I
Roman
used like a
Anthony.
website. Oh, Roman Anthony.
Oh, nice. All right, cool.
Then Blaze and then Marcelo last.
Yeah. So they know. They're fully aware that the future is in their hands. And I think it's cool that they embrace that instead of being like, oh, fuck. Like, we're not superstar players yet. Like, we're just about to make our big league debut in a few years. And a lot of people are riding their hopes and dreams on us. But they embrace it. And that's cool. That's good to know.
The Red Sox front office is riding their hopes and dreams on it. The fan base also has to.
That is true. That is true. Yeah. If you want to go see the Red Sox, they're home this weekend. Yeah, they're playing the Tigers this weekend.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. When's the last time you went to Fenway, Steve?
It's been a little bit, honestly. Was it marathon? It might have been the marathon game. I was going to go with you, but then you called it off.
Yep. Tyler, have you been this year at all?
In or outside the ballpark?
Tyler.
Game Time is an authorized ticket marketplace of Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer it gets to first pitch with killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets. Let's see. What do you think the tickets look like for the Tigers series this weekend?
Kind of feeling there's a couple.
Why do you think that?
Because the Game Time app is great, and they always have tickets that you can get.
Tickets. Yeah, there's a lot of tickets available. You can get in there for $14. Yeah, you can get into Fenway for $14. That's a good deal.
How much is a tour?
I think it's 10.
Does it come with the ticket?
It's an extra $4 to see a full game.
Yeah.
Nope, 25.
Oh,
20. Wait,
it costs
what?
more. It costs more to do the tour than it does to go to the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$25.
Dude, the pricing's hysterical. It says adults 25, children 3 to 12, 23. The $2, that's the savings.
I would
do they
be
check
like,
if you're a
honestly,
child?
just charge me the full price. Like, it's insulting. Like, I
Yeah,
don't
right.
need the $2. Yeah.
So yeah, you can see a Red Sox game for less than just
Almost
touring an
half the
empty
price.
Fenway.
Of a tour.
Yeah.
So if you just like being in Fenway, which is the biggest selling point at the time,
Mm-hmm.
it's cheaper to go to a game than do one of these tours, but only thanks to our pals at Game Time.
It's even cheaper because we got a promo code for you.
No, shut your fucking mouth. No, it's not.
What?
It's cheaper?
Well, with promo code section 10, you get $20 off.
That's crazy. They're paying you to go to the game.
Pretty much. That's, yeah. They've got last minute deals, baby. Save up to 60% off buying last minute tickets for sports, concerts, comedy, theater, and more. Flash deals. Save even more with exclusive in-app deals on select seats ahead of the game or the event. Zone deals. Save even more when you choose a section and let Game Time choose the seats for you. All in pricing. If you toggle this feature, it shows the total up front. No surprise fees at checkout. Get a panoramic view from your seat in the app before you buy. And of course, the lowest price guarantee. Your Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry today. Take the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use the promo code SECTION10 for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and use the promo code SECTION10, SECTION10 for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. What was so funny?
It's negative $6 to go to a Red Sox game if you use the code Section 10.
Yeah.
That's
on
Game Time's catchphrase. We pay you to go to the game.
Yeah.
Negative 6.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, it's the Sox, though.
These two teams played in ALCS a decade ago. And now we're paying you to go see them.
Mhm.
Hey, battling for that third wild card spot. Here we go.
It's like, what do you do for work? Oh, I go to the Red Sox games.
It's good money.
It's great money. You wouldn't believe it. Yeah, I'm getting paid to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want me there. They want me to be there.
Professional fan.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. They pay me to go, so. Wow. What a team. All right, that'll do it. Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Are they? How many of them were actually good though?
There's some good ones.
This is a 4-game fucking series with the
Yeah.
Tigers. Ugh.
Off day Monday.
None of them was Scooble either.
Yeah, we missed
She
them
went today.
Yeah, you shoved today.
There's
Though.
some fun pitching matchups though.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we're on Apple TV again. Coley.
Oh,
Oh, you gotta have Sox Tigers on the national game.
come
Yeah.
on now.
That's
You
back
guys
to back
ever seen
Fridays,
this
right?
big wall in left field?
Oh,
The green monster.
again.
They will play 2013 ALCS clips the entire broadcast.
the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Fine.
we won it.
Play the
so,
game.
Probably-
yeah.
Replay the game.
Yeah.
Replay, game 2. Just play that instead of the actual game.
Oh.
Ugh.
Here's the thing. The broadcast was fine. I just the clicking around and the clicking and this.
Ugh.
Sounded like Felger.
Oh, the clicks and the apps and the streaming and the TikTok and all that. It's just a lot.
Papagino's app.
Yeah.
Mm.
The Papaginos and
Ugh.
Jake, how you doing?
I think I'm just gonna have to go on Friday, so I don't have to figure out how to watch it on TV.
Yeah.
That's fair. And you'd get paid to go. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
double win.
Right.
Yeah. Oh.
Ugh.
You know what I mean?
Ugh.
No, that's nope. It's not what we were doing. No, we were doing disgusted noises, and you did something else. So
Did it come?
yeah.
He did it come.
yeah.
Right in our listeners' ears.
Yeah, we found the toe sucker finally.
I was just about to make that joke. There he is.
Found him.
There he is. Look at that face. We saw you eating that ice cream. We see you eating that ass, pal.
yeah. Yeah.
I have no comment on this.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would have denied it personally.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
one way to go.
That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
I would have said
Personally-
it wasn't me, but
Yeah.
okay.
Personally, I would have said no involvement, but
He said,
thankfully the podcast was exonerated because man, that was a tough couple hours for the mentions. I was like,
yeah, it took a while.
Why
I
did
was
so
like,
many people
Jesus
tag
Christ. Well, because you're a freak.
I mean, look at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, look
I just
at
give
you.
off those vibes?
Yeah.
I'm a gentleman.
Got his nips online. I mean,
Yeah.
this guy's a target.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a deviant is the word.
Yeah. 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 Well. Down to the DM, bitch!
It goes down in the DM. It go down. It go down in the DM. It go down. It go down.
Damn it.
Let's go. Jared's
This guy's
setting an
never
all-time
gonna
record.
update it. He's just never gonna update it.
I was wondering if he was going to have the honor to suspend himself and remember, and he did. I give him credit. I'm not saying
Honestly,
standing ovation, but I
A
give him
quick
credit.
suspension too. He didn't even wait. He knew what had to be done,
Right.
and he did it. You tip your cap.
I was waiting to hear. if it was the
I
extended
kind of knew it
version.
was going to be 2. We haven't had DMs in a little bit. I knew it wasn't.
Well, I mean, give the people the fucking context. We had a goddamn company meeting where we were told, like, hey, we're going to lose fucking
Monetization.
monetization if we play music. So I was like, oh, I won't even update it then because that'll just be worse for that. So,
fair.
but I mean, I still suspended myself.
No, credit to you. First one comes
Hold
in
on,
from.
hold on. this will be a test to see if we get demonetized for using that. If we don't,
Actually, you got to toss me.
why?
I didn't say the line. I didn't say the line I'm supposed to say right there. I just jumped right to the DMs.
That's fine.
Okay.
Tyler?
I forgive you, Steve.
Thanks, Tyler. Down in the DM, as always, brought to you by Ronald's Napkins. They clean your fucking face.
Yeah.
First one comes in from Emily.
Hey, Emily.
Hey, guys. Will we see you guys when the Savannah Bananas come to Fenway next weekend?
Yes from me. No from Coley. Yes from Tyler. What did you say, Steve?
I
Yes from
believe I'm a
Steve?
yes.
Jake?
Yeah, I'll be there.
I'm pulling a double duty. We got a Coley kid birthday, and then I'll be doing some Savannah Bananas. The bananas. I'm very excited.
that
I've been
bitch.
actually, you know what? Because the Red Sox depressed me so much, I've been watching a lot of Savannah Bananas banana ball on YouTube, like full length games.
Scouting the bananas. Yeah.
Just getting, yeah. I think they introduced a new team. Yeah. You guys don't fucking know. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I think
I
they
want to see the
introduced a
High
new
School
team.
Musical performance.
Enough with that. Enough with that.
I respect the bananas, but I'm not like checking their opponents out.
Why? I mean, it's really fun. Like
They're good. They're genuinely good.
the games are entertaining. Like, I know that like when you see them on TikTok,
Yes.
you think, oh, they just like do TikTok dances. Like, no, like they play very entertaining. It's baseball, but it's called banana ball. But the games are very entertaining, and it's never like a game like tonight where it's like, it's 5-1, it's over in the second inning. That you win it an inning at a time, so you're always in it, and it's like a point system. And then in the ninth inning, every run counts as a point. So even if you're like down 3 points to 1, like you can still come back and win in the ninth. So it's cool.
I like the you can walk off of a fan, like a fan catching a foul ball's an out.
Correct. Yeah,
That's sick.
fans
That
can
should be
catch
in
balls in the
real
stands,
baseball,
and
too.
then it's an out. Yep. And there's if you walk, you basically, like if you have like a really fast runner and you walk, you can sprint to second. Like you basically, like the infield has to throw it around the horn before they can like tag you. So if you get like ball 4, you can fucking sprint to a double if you want to test out how fast the infield can throw it around the horn. It's cool.
Love it.
Yeah.
Comes in from Cullen.
Tyler
Will we get a special guest?
from the
Since they're
Bananas.
at Fenway, are they going to like bring out a former player or anything like
Yeah,
that?
me.
You're playing.
No, I don't know. I would, but
Is Gomes? Maybe Gomes.
Gomes already played for the Bananas.
That
I think
feels like a
PV
Johnny Gomes event.
When I was in Brockton,
Yeah, you
shout
can't
out
say
Brockton. Shout out Brockton. Johnny Damon played for
Yeah.
the Bananas. Johnny Gomes, Jake Peavy, John Cena. Just naming Massachusetts related people.
Pedroia's
Yeah.
in the city. Trot's in the city.
Poppy would be cool. Pap did play.
Dice around.
Pap did do the
He
Bananas
pitched,
already.
right? Yeah.
Dice K lives in Marblehead.
Elsie.
Dice Guy's in town, dude. Get Dice Guy on
Poppy
the
getting in a
bananas.
bat. If it just seeing Poppy getting a bat at Fenway again would be wild. I don't even care if he swings. Just hearing his name get announced and seeing him walk up to the plate again in a uniform with a bat in his hand, like yeah, Pap. Anyways, next question.
This comes in from Cullen.
Hey, wait, Cullen. Hey, Cullen.
Very loyal listener. He is a photographer for the Sea Dogs.
We met him.
So he was there.
Took
in
awesome
Portland. We met
pictures
him.
for us. Yep.
Absolutely did. Hey guys, was curious where you guys had Jesus Christ in the top 100 prospects and where he'd start in the farm system if taken today, or is he going straight to the bigs?
71st, and it's because the arm. He has a cannon, but it's like the arm accuracy is kind of what holds him back in all the prospect. He's still a top 100 prospect, but he's not like, I mean, he's not top 10, and not people like, oh, can't miss, the come up of Christ.
Christ.
Yeah.
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 A lot of detractors that guy has. A lot of naysayers, a lot of non-believers.
That's true.
So that's why he gets buried a little bit in the
Mhm.
rankings
Yeah.
there for sure.
But that's not to say
Also
that he
was a
can't
little-
climb.
Yeah, just a little concerned if the Red Sox acquire Christ, the competition with Meyer and, who's coming up first, that
Yeah.
might get a little dicey considering they're both shortstops. So
Well,
just something to
I
keep
mean,
an eye on.
Jesus can play Center might even be better for him.
JC isn't two-way?
No.
No. You also got to wonder with this guy, too. We talked about Bayo. We talked about Rafaela, how much they're focused. This guy just walks off into the desert, starts talking to bushes and shit. You don't see him for years.
Right.
Genuinely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This comes in from Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, guys. Do you guys think the Netflix doc will shine any light onto the Reens project? Can only imagine the Navy will be looking to keep it quiet.
I know for a fact they will.
Okay. Fair enough. This comes in from Skylar.
Hey, Skylar. That just makes me think of Breaking Bad, but go ahead.
I know. Skylar.
Yeah, Skylar.
Why is Tatis always rumored to the Red Sox? And who would you be okay with trading for him?
Because of Coley.
The name's Goalie Mick.
Yeah.
It's because of Coley.
We're
I
all
don't even
trying
do
to
it
find
anymore.
out who did this.
It is very funny. It's like I just started that one day because I was like, Padres kind of hate him and he's suspended, so let's trade for him. And now it's just like the Red Sox are rumored to get Fernandez, and it's just like there's no basis for that. I just said it once.
Yeah.
Coley, have you changed your stance with Tatis kind of being very meh to start the year?
No,
Now
I
that
think
we
it's
have-
an even better time to get him.
Interesting.
How much of the deal would you take on?
All of it.
Would you take one shoulder Xander as well if they'll eat the money?
Buddy.
Yeah.
If you want me to get seriously, I'll be on the show like if they're sweeping the rest of the season, like they're winning out.
I have a feeling if Xander came back, he would just revert back to 850 OPS,
Completely fine.
310.
1,000%.
Yeah.
No
Mhm.
issues at all. Yep.
Yeah. Next question.
Comes in from Jason.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, guys. The Red Sox record for triples in a season is Tris Speaker in 1913 with 22. If Jarren Duran breaks the record, Section 10 should give Jarren a trophy. The figure at the top would be Tyler with his shirt off.
All right. Counter
Yes.
proposal.
No.
Tyler,
Jared.
if Jarren Duran breaks the Red Sox single season record for triples, will you get your nipples pierced?
Yes. 100%.
Let's go.
I had my nose pierced for like a couple months when I was in college.
nips, Tyler.
Not the
Nips.
same
Why
thing.
does everyone think I'm a freak? Why does everyone just think I'm some sexual deviant?
Yeah.
Nipples are easy. Like people aren't even going to see them.
All right. Yeah. Just let him, all
Tyler.
right, don't say anything. Don't say it. Just let him think that. All right.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
They're
no, it's
so
super
easy.
easy.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
easy.
yeah.
It can't be worse
Yeah, it
than the
doesn't hurt.
nose.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. All right. Done. Handshake.
It's been
And
confirmed.
boom. We're shaking.
There you go.
Done. All right.
So he needs 23. So we need 15 more.
Yeah. Plenty of time.
He's
How
got
many,
time.
How many does he have right now? 7?
8.
8 triples, and he needs 23.
Yeah, he can
And
get
4
15.
months
It's, not,
to go.
it's not
Oh.
even super hot yet. Yeah, we haven't
He
even
might
hit the
have.
summer
He
yet.
might break the record by the fucking All-Star break. All right. Tyler is gonna get his nipples pierced if Jarren Duran breaks the single season record, Red Sox franchise record for triples in a season. Okay, perfect.
Both
Easy
nips,
money.
right? We're not just doing white. We're doing both nips.
Sure.
As many as he's got.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, who knows? So all 3. Okay, perfect.
All right.
This comes in from Chris.
Hey, Chris.
I think we've gotten a similar question like this before, but it's topical, so I'm going to read it. In honor of the Celtics making the finals, who on the Red Sox would be the best basketball player?
Chris Martin.
Wrong.
No. For sure.
Tristan Casas, did you see him when he was at Trevor Story's camp? This dude was shooting the fucking lights out.
Nah.
No, Casas is like, it's going to sound weird, but he's too short for to be big in the NBA.
Yeah, like
he's-
that size.
He's used to being big around everyone he sees on a day-to-day basis until the Yankees come to town, and then he's like the 4th biggest fucking guy in the field. Every day he's the big guy. In the NBA, he's like Steph Curry's height. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like
6'5".
you think of Steph Curry as like a small player. Like and he's wide. Like that's not the. And I don't mean like he's broad. He's broad-shouldered fella.
Casas got 3 inches on him.
I would. Raphael's just so quick and shifty. I don't know if he's ever
Yeah,
seen
I was
the
thinking he's like an
basketball.
Iverson, like Rafaela shifty guard, so he can make up for the lack of
Crazy
height, maybe.
athletic.
Yeah.
5 to 8.
Shifty can make
Yeah.
up for some height.
Yeah, like an Isaiah Thomas, I'm thinking. But
Yeah.
if he's ever shot a basketball, I think I'd be shocked. Maybe Vaughn. Baseball's not going great. He should get that shot.
I feel like
Vaughn's
Nick
what, like
Pivetta.
6'2"?
Yeah, like 6'2". Nick Pivetta gives me like white dude at the Y who absolutely gives everything out there, plays great defense.
But isn't good.
Like, what?
But
Jared, go
isn't
ahead.
good.
No, but he really gives a lot of effort out there, and people respect that.
People love effort.
He's setting hard screens for certain.
Mhm.
Yeah. Next question.
Next question comes in from Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey guys, when's the
Is that part known?
What?
What you're talking about?
No.
Okay.
No? I don't know. Maybe? I don't know.
Maybe,
You
who
like
knows?
tried to bleep it
Yeah,
last
didn't
week.
we-
It was going to be like a minute and a half bleep.
Gonna bleep it again?
Yeah, I think we have to bleep it.
Believe it again. All right, next
You're
question.
really fucking teetering towards suspension number 3, pal.
We're
You
gonna
gotta
bleep
lock
it all
in.
season. It's gonna be
Bobby
September.
Dahlbeck.
We're
Bobby Dahlbeck.
still
Oh,
gonna be bleeping it.
did you see the fucking nonsense that happened to Bob tonight, Jared?
I saw you hit a home run, right? No?
He had the bases juiced. The fucking other team, was it a pass ball or a balk, Tyler? I know you know what happened.
I did not see it. I'm actually unsure.
I think it was a
Didn't
balk. He had the bases loaded. They balked, so he
Oh,
only
yes.
hit a 2-run home run.
you? No,
I
you
think
are right.
they-
That is what
They're
happened.
reinventing new ways to take grand slams off Bob's plate. It's
It's fucking
disgusting.
crazy.
Mark Contreras was the one who scored on the buck.
Crazy, dude.
Next question comes in from Sabine.
Huh?
Sabine.
Sabine. Sabine.
Sabine.
Sabine. That's a
Sabine.
name. It's not a common one, but it is a name.
Hello,
Okay,
Sabine.
Sabine.
Hello, Sabine.
Can Fenway start providing Ronald's napkins? Ballpark napkin quality has gone downhill lately. It's not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea at all. Yeah, I think Ronald's is kind of like a smaller operation. I don't know if they have the bandwidth to take on a stadium type deal, but that would be big for them. I mean, maybe that would help expand the business and they'd be able to open up like a new napkin factory somewhere else. Like right now, I think they're in Warwick.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they have been
So-
there for a little bit, but
yeah.
honestly, we should probably when the merch store. I mean, guys, I know I'm right there with you guys. I'm right there with you.
Steve said
when,
Monday.
When
He
the
lied.
merch store
Steve said
is,
Monday.
I think on the show I said this week, and technically it's still this week.
Steve said in the
When
chat,
that's
though.
ready,
Steve
I
said
think we
Monday.
should sell Ronald's napkins. Just wanted to say,
Actual
just throwing
napkins?
that out there. Ronald's napkins. We
Yeah,
should
yeah.
sell Ronald's napkins.
Oh, we'd get sued.
Tyler-
But go ahead.
Something that really angers me about napkins is there's no napkin that really takes care of ketchup or something sticky like that. So if there's someone who
What
can make
kind
a
of
napkin
ketchup,
with
Tyler?
that ability, Clark's ketchup.
Okay.
The
I didn't
greatest
like that you had
ketchup.
to think about
Is
it.
there any other? I don't even know.
I
another
would
brand.
never use a napkin to clean up Clark's ketchup. It's too delicious. I would use,
I would use my
whole
tongue.
mouth.
Yeah.
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 Still get a little bit of that stick though.
And just keep licking it. Like even
Yeah.
if there's any part of that
Spit
left
on
on your
it.
fingers, just keep
Mm.
licking it.
Mm.
Tyler?
I didn't say anything. I did not have my hand up.
Last one comes in from Mike.
Hey, Mike.
It's definitely not Mike. His name's DJ.
DJ or
It's not
Not
Mike.
even
TJ?
close.
DJ or TJ, Steve?
His last one comes in from DJ.
Hey, DJ.
Hey, this is DJ from Maine. This is a
Oh.
Maine question of the week.
Wow.
I apologize if I'm a little late with the news, but is it true that the Sox are going to trade Nomar? Oh, I didn't see this coming.
Damn.
Are you going to tell him?
I mean, that one hurts to revisit. I know it's been a while, but it still hurts a little bit. I just love that Dodgers pregame show. Just every time, like the Leo meme where he's pointing at the screen. Every time I'm watching the Dodgers pregame show, I do that when I see Noma.
Yep.
If you
Still looks great.
specifically, Jared, could reverse the Nomar or the Mookie trade, which one are you picking?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
In this hypothetical scenario, do the Red Sox still win the World Series in 2004 if Nomar stays?
I think only if Nomar is going to mock Yankee Stadium when they're throwing all this shit on the fields like Orlando did.
I think the only way for this to be fair is if the Sox don't win the World Series.
We just don't know. We just don't know. It's an unknown. I can't be guaranteed.
Oh, well then no. I undo the Mookie trade, but something inside me, my inner child,
right?
It's incomplete. Like 04 is like 99% complete. That 1% would have been if Nomar was the shortstop for the 04 Red Sox when they won. Yeah, like the more that we get removed from 2004, I don't think about it really at all or that much. But in 2004, as it was happening, like as the run was happening, I'm still thinking like, man, I wish Nomar was here for this. But that was also 20 years ago at this point, which is crazy to say. But yeah, I would undo the Mookie trade if I can't get the caveat that Nomar wins the World Series guaranteed in 04. If you could guarantee me that, then I'm undoing the Nomar trade.
What if it guarantees you at least Game 7 in Yankee Stadium?
Can't do it.
Wow.
You know the photo of Nomar and Pedro from spring training where they're kind of like hugging each other?
Mm-hmm.
We were really robbed of like that photo in St. Louis. If they won with Nomar and Nomar and Pedro had the trophy together, that's like probably behind me right now. Like that photo would be
back piece.
I can't think of it. It still hurts. It still hurts.
No, I know.
It's like trauma that your brain forces you to forget. Like it's like childhood trauma for me that I can't think about Nomar, what it would have been like if Nomar was on the 04 team and they won. I can't think about that. It hurts too much.
That'll do it.
For
Down in the DMs, as always, brought to you by Ronald's Napkins. They clean your fucking face.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, I need some life insurance.
Oh, hell yeah. Me too, brother.
Yeah. Is there a place that you know that we could go for that?
I do know a place we can go.
Mm-hmm. Where is it?
We all plan to be the best mom or dad we can be, Jared. And the thing you definitely don't want to be is the mom or dad without life insurance.
Trying to tell us something right now, Steve?
Get affordable life insurance only in minutes with no medical exams. Just answer a few health questions for a quote and apply for coverage at ethoslife.com/section 10. If you've used Ethos, share your experience. Dude, I knew this was going to happen.
What? This is serious. He's still laughing. I don't even think he understands.
That sucks. Man, been there, brother.
That was tonight's game. That was tonight's game in the Natteries.
I've used Ethos. I absolutely love it. I couldn't love it any more, honestly, as a dad. I think it is the perfect thing to have. Get same-day coverage in 3 easy steps. Quick, easy, and all online. Answer a few health questions. Again, 100% online. No medical exam required. See your rate in minutes. Term life policies start as low as $10 a month. Start your policy instantly. Personalize your coverage to your family's needs, like helping your kids through college, Jared, which I know you know about, your spouse with the mortgage, your family with income replacement, and more. Affordable options from 10 to 30 years of coverage. Be the parent, Jared, that you want to be. Get up to $2 million in term life insurance coverage in 10 minutes with Ethos. Answer just a few health questions and get your free quote. Like I mentioned, at ethoslife.com/section 10. That is ETHOS life.com/section 10. Get term life insurance through Ethos today to help protect your family's finances. Get up to $2 million in coverage in just 10 minutes at ethoslife.com/section Section 10. Thanks to Ethos for
Thank you
sponsoring
to
the
Ethos.
podcast.
Yeah, thank you to Ethos. Thank you, Ethos. Stop and Shop Look Ahead is brought to you by Stop and Shop. Head on down to Stop and Shop right now. Use the promo code Section 10, and that'll get you 10 cents off each tangerine when you buy at least 5 pounds of tangerines. One of the questions on the Reddit page, it looks like Stop and Shop may be in the shitter, and they were asking if we would give back like $1 billion of the $2.5 billion that they paid for this ad read. No, that's not how.
No,
that's not how business works.
We already got the money, by the way, and I've spent a lot of it,
I spent most of it.
We didn't talk about this as a group.
Well, yeah, but if you can give back your share if you'd like.
No, I thought it'd be a collective.
No, I'm not doing
maybe 10% for me. No.
No. Jake?
Yeah, I'm keeping my $1 billion.
Yeah. So
You got $1 billion?
Yeah, Jake got $1 billion.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. Jake got
I mean,
$1 billion.
he runs the show. Come on.
We had to split the
That's a good point.
1.5 bill 4 ways. So,
Mhm.
But it's worth it. You know, it's worth it.
Yeah,
Congrats
already
to
bought a
Jake.
house. So,
Yeah. Sorry, dude.
Just one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought a house with my $1 billion. Nick Pivetta versus Jack Flaherty is the Thursday game. Tanner Houck versus Kenta Maeda. That's the Friday Apple TV game. Cooper Criswell versus Reese Olson. That is the 4:10 Saturday game. And Brian Bayo and Casey Mize will do battle on Sunday at 1:35. Nick Pivetta 2-3 of 4-20. I mean, we know the fucking Red Sox guys. It's a 4-game series. We're all trying to fucking get out of here. Let's talk about the Tigers guys. Jack Flaherty 1-4, 3.84 ERA, 108 WHIP, a 12 strikeouts per 9. A rebound year for Jack Flaherty. That's very nice. Last 2 seasons were bad. But this year, the highest strikeouts per 9 of his career by a lot with the 12 strikeouts per 9. By the way, my dad was sitting on the couch last night. We were watching the Red Sox game together. And he was just, for whatever reason, watching old YouTube videos of me from like 2010. And there was one video where I was just like 12. And I was like, so I've just always said it like that.
You've
That's
said
not
12
something
for a long time.
But I say it weird. I'm not going to say wrong. It's how it's how I say it.
You say it with an A instead of an E.
12.
Yeah, you still say 12. Yeah, you've always said 12.
12.
It's 12.
12. That's stupid. 12.
Ooh, it's 12.
I'm Steve. 12. How many? 10, 11, 12. It's 12.
What's Brady's number?
12.
There you go.
Biggest difference for him this year is his walk rate. Career 3.2 walks per 9. Only one season in his career below 3, and he's at 1.3 this year. Loves to give up home runs, though. 9 in 10 games. Only not allowed a home run twice this year. He's completed 5 in every game and 9+ strikeouts in 4 starts. The Tigers are 4-6 when he starts and 1-5 over his last 6, despite a 2.44 ERA over that span. Sounds like Cutter. Kenta Maeda, well, actually, not so much anymore. Kenta Maeda, 2-1, a 5.80 ERA. Jesus Christ, a 1.32 WHIP and a 6.1 strikeouts per 9. Jake, mark this down as a win, please. The 36-year-old has been quite bad this year with a negative 0.4 wins above replacement across 8 starts this year. Strikeouts down 4 per 9 last year from 10.1 to 6.1. Career worst ERA, FIP, WHIP, hits per 9, home runs per 9. His velocity is down. He's throwing 89.8 miles per hour this year. Tigers are somehow 5-3 when he starts. They're 3-1 when he allows 1 earned run or less, and 2-0 when he allows 6+ earned runs. Red Sox have to score between 2 and 5 runs to win. Reese Olson, 1-5 with a 1.92 ERA, a 105 WHIP, and a 7.5 strikeouts per 9. He's 24. He's been dominant this year. He threw 103 innings last year with a 3.99 ERA, a 4.01 FIP. The FIP this year is 2.86. In his second start of the season, he went 4 1/3, 9 hits, 6 earned runs, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. In his other 9 starts this year, he's allowed 6 earned runs total. He's only allowed 1 home run this year. He's maybe slowed down a bit as he's averaged 12 whiffs over his last 5 starts. His slider is fucking nasty, 27% usage. It's 85 miles an hour, 143 batting average against, a 143 slug. He's allowed a single extra base hit on the slider all year, 40% whiff rate. The Tigers somehow are a 2-8 when he starts. They won his first start and his last start. They average 2.15 runs per support for him. They don't score for the guy. Casey Mize, 1-3 with a 4.71 ERA, a 1.43 WHIP, and 6.2 strikeouts per nine. Former first overall pick. He's on his way back from Tommy John surgery. He has had a few bright spots with 6 shutout innings against Minnesota and 6 one earned run innings against Houston. But he also had blow up starts of 5 and 6 runs. The home road splits are drastic. 3.29 ERA at home and 5 starts, a 6.45 on the road, which is where this will be taking place. He's throwing nearly 2 miles per hour faster this year than his rookie year. He sits 95.4 miles per hour. The splitter is his out pitch, 209 batting average against. The Tigers are 6-4 when he starts, but just 1-5 over his last 6. Again, that is Nick Pivetta versus Jack Flaherty. That is Tanner Houck versus Kenta Maeda. That is Cooper Criswell versus Reese Olson. And that is Brian Bayo versus Casey Mize. That's a Benny's banana split if I've ever seen one. Steve, where are you at?
Yeah, I'm praying for it. Again, trying to debut just an awesome background here.
Yeah.
And we just need a split to do it.
guy's
So
been
really
dying for
hoping
the
that's the
bananas.
case. Yeah, the Red Sox are 10-1 in their last 11 games against the Tigers. Tigers are bottom third in the bigs in a lot of important offensive categories. They're 20th in the majors in bullpen ERA, so get to the bullpen. Paying very close attention to the Nick Pivetta start on Thursday. He's made 4 May starts. 2 of them he's given up 5 earned each. The other 2 was 1 earned and 2 earned. So I know we talked about that before with Pivetta. It's kind of who he is every other start. So we'll see what we get in the debut game, the first game of the series coming up on Thursday. Give me a Benny's banana split.
Tyler?
So I think the Red Sox catch a break in one sense. No Kerry Carpenter in this series, who's been mashing, and bring him to Fenway Park. I don't want to picture any of those things happening. But when we talk about the Red Sox at Fenway, it's bad. 11-15 this year. The only thing I'm kind of clinging to and hoping for is with the Tigers, as Steve said, the offense has been pretty poor. 20th in OPS. This should be a get-right time for Nick Pivetta, for Criswell to get back on track, and especially Brian Bayo. The only thing that worries me with the Red Sox offense, this Tigers pitching staff, they're 11th in ERA, they're 6th in FIP. This team can actually really pitch their ass off. So for a struggling lineup, probably not the best thing in the world. But I think the Red Sox show up in this series. They take 3 out of 4. I'm going for a series win.
Ooh,
Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. McMahon?
Yeah, when you read everything, it had the most classic Benny's banana split written all over it. And then Steve brought up a good point that he's been trying to debut something. So we're for sure not going to get that.
Yeah.
And Tyler, I'm not going to argue with the fit, but I imagine some of that's bolstered by Scooble.
Oh, yeah, 100%. He's definitely, but Jack Flaherty's been really good this year.
Flaherty has. Yeah, I'm leaning 3 out of 4. I don't necessarily buy it, but baseball's a stupid sport. They should split here or even just go 1 out of 3, but they don't lose on Sunday, so that's a win. Houck's on Friday. That I feel good about that. And then one of the other 2 fuck faces will do something positive and they'll win that game. So yeah, I've talked myself into 3. And Kerry Carpenter. Kerry Carpenter came into Fenway last year and just raked all
killed you, murdered you to death.
And he just keeps doing that. Yeah, so I'm thrilled to learn he's not going to be, well, I like watching him play, but I'm thrilled from a Red Sox fan standpoint that pretty much takes away, like they beat Barrios last week and he was the only one who drove in runs. Like he 2-run home run in the first, that was it. That's all they did. So they can absolutely be shut down, especially when he's not involved.
Jake, what do you got?
I'm going to need all 4 this weekend. I think I'm going Friday and Saturday so I can help take care of those ones. Coley mentioned they don't lose on Sunday, so if we just find a way to win Thursday, I think we got a sweep.
And there's something that sounds really good about 10-0 to start the year on Sundays. That's clean. For Section 10, do it for the boys. Do it for the 10. Go 10-0 on Sundays.
Do it for Christ.
And do it for Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Do it for him.
Do it for him. Please. Steve, what's the weather going to look like in this 4-gamer?
Weather look ahead. Brought to you by Billy's Gummy Bears. Jared?
You chew them with your mouth.
Thursday, the first game of the series, 7:10 p.m. Eastern time. Someone got on me for saying standard. I don't know if it's technically still Eastern Standard. I think it's technically Eastern Daylight Time, but that sounds stupid. No one says that. 50.
Yeah. You saw that on the Reddit, Steve?
No, it was just in a tweet. It was a reply. Yeah, I don't look at the Reddit.
They've
Nothing
been
against you
killing
guys. I
me
love you
for that.
guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. There's nothing but love. Thursday, not looking that great. 57 degrees. It's not going to rain. 57 degrees, mostly cloudy, 12% chance of rain. Jared will say then there is a chance. I'll say it's not going to rain. Friday is game 2.
Well, are
What?
you gonna
It's
give
a Stevie P guarantee
Yeah,
that it
I'm
is
just
not
asking if
going
you're
to
gonna do the
rain
Stevie P guarantee.
on
Then
Thursday.
okay, Stevie
There
P
you
guarantee.
go. Friday, game 2, 7:10 p.m. Eastern, first pitch. 69 degrees at first pitch. Interesting.
Wow.
Partly cloudy, 0% chance of rain, down to around 63 degrees by the end of the game. Saturday, this is looking nice. Jake, you said you're going to this one?
I'm going on Saturday.
You're going to have fun, Jake. I can't guarantee anything about the game, but 4:10 p.m. Eastern time, first pitch, 75 degrees, mostly sunny, a 0% chance of rain. Sunday is looking really good, too. 1:35 p.m. First pitch, it is Lou Gehrig Day, which means players, managers, and coaches will all don special Lou Gehrig Day uniform patches with videos and scoreboard messages about ALS and efforts to find treatments and a cure shown in stadium and on broadcast. Jared, it is 76 degrees
Wow!
on Sunday.
76 degrees for the Sox on Sunday. You shitting me? The undefeated Sunday Sox are going to be playing baseball with 76-degree weather. Are you fucking shitting me? Are you shitting me? Are you going to put the Stevie P guarantee on 76?
I mean, that's tough 4 days out, but I mean, exact degree by first pitch.
Steve,
and this is
are you
Wednesday
the weather
night.
guy or not, dude? Like, come on.
You know
Come
what
on.
we're talking about here, right? You know what we're talking about here? That's a big thing to guarantee
But you're going to do it,
4
right?
days out.
You're going to do it, right?
I guarantee it. Stevie P guarantee.
Stevie P guarantee. If you're going to the Sox on Sunday, be ready for that 76-degree weather, baby. It's going to be 76. That is the perfect, and I mean perfect degree to watch baseball, to be outside, to be with your family, to be with your friends, to watch the Sox win yet another game on a Sunday. 76 degrees. Stevie P guarantee on Sunday.
Yeah, it's going to be a little cloudy, but 0% chance of rain. Really nice weekend weather at Fenway. Once again, get your IGs up. It's good IG weekend at the Ball Yard, and that will do it.
What does that mean? The fuck does that mean?
Instagram. It's good weekend to get Instagrams up. You know, to get posts at the park. I said that last time. That's not a crazy thing to say. What does that look? Wait, what does that look? What are you talking about?
I don't know. I don't know. I've never.
It's a good weekend to get posts at the park. People like doing posts at the park.
Yeah, I've never really like looked at the weather and been like, it's not a good picture day. You know.
I think that's fair.
All right.
I think what I said is fair.
All right. Hey,
that'll do it.
I'm not gonna push back on it. All right. Okay.
All right, fine.
All right.
That'll
All
do
right,
it for your weather look ahead, which is
All
brought to you by Billy's Gummy Bears. Chew 'em with your mouth.
Yeah, chew 'em with your fucking mouth, dude. All right. Coley, any final thoughts today?
Probably like somewhere smoking rock now and not a lockdown. I ain't got a job now. So for you, this is just a good time.
Mm-hmm.
For me, Tyler, for me, this is what I call life.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Powerful.
that's right.
You know?
Oh, I know. Steve, final thoughts?
Yeah. I'm gonna whisper this, but
Okay.
I don't want to hear that Von Grissom lost 14 pounds anymore. I don't want to hear it anymore. It's driving me crazy. I'm sick of hearing it. I don't want to hear it, but it came from someone that I love in Lou, so I can't get mad because I love Lou, but I'm just sick of hearing it.
So we gotta just stop saying it. That's it.
T-Dog, any final thoughts?
We already mentioned Dick Fitz earlier, so I just want to put out there any allegations that I've had intercourse or sex with any Red Sox Twitter personalities are not true. I love you, Martha. Please don't kill me. Goodbye.
Jake's takes?
Yeah, just one more shout out to Tyler for not sucking that girl's toes. It's big for the pod.
That was big of you, T-Dog.
Thank you.
It's big of you, man.
Didn't eat any butt. No butt was eaten. That's
No.
how.
None.
Not a munch.
All right, we'll be back on Sunday night, Monday morning for the 4-game set against the Detroit Tigers. Woo! What's the tiger sound like, Tyler? Yeah, all right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Be sure to check out the Nick York interview on our YouTube channel, Roman Anthony, next week. And yeah, we'll be back with the podcast after the Detroit Tigers series. We'll see you then.
Buenas noches, amigos.